Chapter 12 continued. The kids came prepared yet again. Bundled up with hoodies pulled tightly over their faces, they entered cautiously into the kitchen. Uncle Crew was waiting for them, ready to announce the afternoon menu. A fun lunch of hot soup and grilled cheese open-faced sandwiches, he spattered. Hoping for a high five, he held up his right hand awkwardly to his nephew. Put her there, pardner. Safely shielded within his hood, Hubert humored his uncle, at the same time thinking it an odd mix, hearing a thick Scottish accent make reference to an old Western cliché. Once their host had gone, they loosened their hoodies and emerged relieved and unscathed to enjoy the light meal before them. It wasn't long afterwards they finished and joined their dad in the private office as per instructed. Dad was sitting in the expensive swivel chair, quietly watching a video on the screen in front of him. It was one of his favorites. As they all gathered round, he pointed. That was your beautiful mother. Before them, a beautiful woman in a pretty summer dress sang softly to herself while dancing amidst a field of daisies, buttercups, and other wildflowers of pink and blue. Melody, recognizing the sweetness of the singing voice, remembered the apparition she thought she might have dreamt during her first sleep in the house. I think I saw her above my bed on our very first night here. She certainly appeared to look like a ghost. Dad swiveled in his chair facing her. Well, some of the bedrooms do have built-in TVs overlooking the beds. They can also be controlled from in here. Sweeping his hands before the array of knobs and switches, do you remember what the advertising brochure said? An old mansion full of secrets? This used to be a popular guest house where people would come and stay for a fun experience. As I know you all had discovered right away the first couple of nights here, there are trapdoors, secret rooms, and hidden passages, all controlled from within this office. Sometimes we'd try and spook the guests with an unexpected ghost above their beds in the middle of the night. People found it very entertaining. Dad smiled, taking a pause. You say we, Melody picked up on. How come you know so much about this place? Yes, your mother's parents own this place. Still do. Although her father is no longer alive, you've already met her mother down in the village. Her name is Marjorie, and she's your grandmother. What? Large Marge is our grandma? Hubert accidentally blurted out in horror. Tarzan tittered. Melody kicked him lightly on the shin. Yup, Dad answered, failing at disguising a smile. Your grandmother Marjorie had to move to the village due to mobility issues. When your grandfather died, your grandmother allowed the inheritance of this house to pass down to their son and daughter, Kruger and his sister Melody. So they ran the place. Before we married, I used to help out your mom here for a while. Then when we did get married, most of the weight of responsibility of running the business ended squarely on your uncle's shoulders. But then his sister suddenly passed on, and that was the last straw. It was just too much for everyone. Things around here shut down pretty quickly for a few years. It's only been recently that the Harrowing house has started up again, hence why some of the rooms here may appear still needing to come out of hibernation. Grabbing hold of their hands, looking the children earnestly in the eye, he apologized to them once again. Bringing you here was meant to be a fun way of introducing you to my earlier years. It was an elaborate plan with clues everywhere. Photos of your mom when she was younger, old family portraits hanging on the walls. You've always known your mother passed away when you were little. I've just never talked about it much. At all. I couldn't. This was supposed to be a creative surprise. Regrettably, it blew up in our faces, and for that, I deeply apologize. Please forgive me. Aw, it's okay, Daddy. We forgive you, Melody said, wrapping her slender arms around his strong neck. Hubert reassured him as well. "We love you, Dad. Besides, we had a really, really great time here. Except for sometimes." His voice trailed off, shuddering at flashbacks of fecal calamities he preferred not to relive. Tarzan, having always wanted to belong to a warm, loving family, pushed his way into the group hug. "I want in here too." The rest of Saturday was spent playing together, Dad and Uncle Crew included. The whole family ran loose throughout the entire mansion, exploring more secret closets, discovering new hidden passageways, and ambushing each other in the corridors. Dad showed them his favorite trick of lowering a ceiling down on hydraulic pillars without squashing anyone, thus completely changing the decor of the room beneath. They all took turns sneaking back to the office in order to be in charge of the controls. Pushing buttons and pulling levers, they gleefully trapped the others inside secret rooms, cut each other off behind sliding walls, opened up sudden trapdoors beneath their feet, and targeted one another with electronically controlled buckets of gooey slime. Tarzan even stole Hugo's ukulele and graced them all by jangling it obnoxiously over the intercom while howling like a wolf. "Awoo! Chunka, chunka, chunka!" It was a family holiday the likes they had never experienced before.